fellow Flosstubers, it's Patty here with episode 65. Today is July 18th, 2019. On today's show, I have works in progress, I have a finished object, I have purchases, I have knitting and spinning. So sit back and relax, grab your beverage of choice. I'm doing water today, your craft of choice, and let's chat. Last week was a really good week. We got some more work done on the basement. We're figuring out what we're going to do with different things, and yeah, it's slowly coming together, and I'm hoping to be finished by September. We really need to be done with the garage by September because that's one of the staging areas, is putting it in the garage. So my car has been outside all summer long. All summer long. It's usually not out there that long, but yeah, so that needs to be done before the snow flies. September, October. He keeps talking about having a garage sale, and I do not like sitting at a garage sale. I don't know why, I just don't like sitting at them, and it usually ends up that I'm the one who does it, and he's not around, or he's in the house and not coming out to do it, even though it's his idea. So I just don't like garage sales, so we'll see what happens. Anything else? Seems like last week the fires calmed down a little bit. The smoke hasn't been bad this week. They were touch and go last week. We didn't go outside and play. Mason and I didn't go outside and play last week, I think. Maybe Friday. Yeah, well, maybe we did on Friday. I don't know. One week is rolling into another with this fire situation. I just know that this week has been really nice and clear, and it has been raining off and on, so that's been helping a lot. But today it's overcast, so that's why it's kind of a weird lighting. And yes, I have moved upstairs, but I'll leave that for next week. You gotta have something for next week, right? Especially since there's not that much stitching for next week. Shh. So, shall we get on with the stitching? I think so. Monday, Lady of the Flag. It is on 32 count preamble. So, I did not stitch on it this week, so there is no new stitching for this week. But last week, I got the words, starting on the words, so that's very cool. I started Lady of the Flag last year on the 18th of July, so this is going to be my project for today after I'm done talking to you guys. This is it. This is what I'm going to be stitching on. So, homework for School of Magical Stitches and Literature last week was to pull either number 1, number 2, or number 12 out of your WIP list for 12 Grimwald. I didn't have a number 12, so I had to pull number 1 and number 2, and on each of those you had to do 500 stitches, so 1,000 stitches of homework last week. So I did Santa of the Forest is my first stitch. So this one is by Lavender and Lace, and I worked on his jacket. So that light red here on his jacket is what I worked on. I got 500 stitches. I got a little bit over 500 stitches. My list says I got 512 stitches. So I am keeping track of how many stitches for the Ultimate Headmistress Challenge, but I'm not sure if I'll get, if I'll do that all the way, but because it's every 2,000 stitches, you take a picture and you show. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get to that, because I'm not really good at count. I can count, but keeping track of the counting sometimes takes away from the stitching, so I don't know. I'm waffling, and I have so many projects that doing 2,000 stitches on a project in a timely manner may not work, so I'll have to wait and see. So the second project for homework, this is my number 2 on my WIP list, is Long Dog Samplers, Death by Cross Stitch. I am doing this on 32 count bisque, and I worked on this edge of the stitching for my 500 stitches. And I kept track of that one as well. But I don't see where that little piece of paper is. So hopefully it's down in the bottom somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. So the next thing I worked on was my dark 13 stitching. And it actually became my finish. So I worked on Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. And this is on 36 count Wren, Edinburgh by Picture This Plus. Now mine looks different because I did use the called for colors. That's not why. I took the big border out. I didn't want to do that big border. Oops. Because I really needed a finish. And I had decided that before I needed a finish. But I just didn't feel like doing that in the two shades of gray, or black and gray. So I decided that this is cute and it'll look really cute in a little frame and hanging up in this room. So I'm really happy with how that worked out. It needs to be ironed, obviously, but yeah, I'm happy. So that is Away We Ride. And I'm all done with that project. Yay, another finish. And then last week I did 30-minute stitching every day on the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery's Pumpkin Passport. I have not done anything on this week, so I don't need to worry about saying, don't look at that. But this is where I'm at on this. I will pick this back up starting Monday of next week. So, and this will be a 30-minute stitch. But this is on 28 count Ale by Picture This Plus. I am using all the called for colors except for the borders are going to be different, and the Let's Go on Adventure will be in a different color as well. But I was going to change this to suit kind of me and my husband, change the hair color and everything, and I tried a different color in the hair and it was so light because I used to be a blonde. And now I'm a brunette. That's going gray. But I had blonde in there and it melded in too much with this light color here and the background, so I pulled it out. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this is working out. And I also made it a bigger, probably can tell. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. It used to be like that, this small round, so I added another PVC pipe that I had already cut, and it fits me much better, and I can still reach all over, so I'm really happy with that. It gives me more area to work on. So that is that one. So that was all the stitching that I did last week. I didn't do a whole lot of stitching, but I got to finish, so yay for that. And I got the homework done, so I'm pretty impressed with that. So, purchases. I went to Pier 1 and I saw this cute donut pin, so I made a needle minder out of that. Isn't that cute? It's a Simpson one, isn't it? Because it's the pink donut. And then my grandmother, a long time ago, gave me a box of pins. And I've always thought that this was the coolest pin, so I decided I would go ahead and make it into a needle minder. So I did, and I'm really happy I did. I think it's going to be fun on a project. So those are my two needle minders. And last month I signed up to be in the Victorian Motto Samplers Thread of the Month Club, and I picked the one where you buy 12 and you get one free. So this is the regular limited edition. And I need my glasses because I haven't even taken these out to look at them. Well, I thought I would wait for you guys. And I got these on Monday. So there is Golden Sunset with no conversion. Mingling Pine with no conversion. I really am happy with this club, so I am so happy. And this is Storm at Sea. Look at that. That is so beautiful. And with the window in front of me and overhead, this is the light. The colors are showing up really well. It'd be better if it was sunny out. It's overcast and yucky today. This one is asparagus tips, and the conversion is 368. So that's a nice color. We have the Royal Prince. That's a nice color. And it is that dark, nice color. Quilted Diamonds. Very nice. Mountain Top. Oh, that's pretty too. Oregon Trail. That's a nice brown. Very nice brown. This is King of the Marigolds, which is a conversion of 3820. That's a nice color. I can see that going into a lot of nice yellows projects. Pink Wildflowers. Very nice. Canyon Wildflower. Wow, 2 wildflowers. Very nice. And the last one is New Blueberry. That's cool. So those are the flosses. I'll kind of just show you them all together. Whoops. When I give you a tour of the room, I'll show you how I am now storing my overdyed flosses. Because the reason I didn't do a lot of stitching last week was because I was reworking my flosses and kitting up, at least putting fabric in with all the projects that I wanted to do in the next several years. So when I do my walkthrough of this new room, yes, I will show you all of that. But it won't be next week because, well, it depends. It depends. If I get this room cleaned up enough, then I will do that. If not, you'll just have to tune in next time. Or I might make it a separate video of itself instead of putting it in a regular update. So now, shall we talk about knitting? I think so, because the knitting is just right here. I don't know what I did with my socks. I did work on the socks. I've got to find them because that's the easiest pattern to work on when the little man is here. But I did work on Elias by Lynn Zimmerman, and I have the picture this time. Look at that. So that is what it's going to look like when it's done, and that's obviously a back shot. So it's just a shawl. Okay, and I am using Knit Picks Cotton in the Planetarium colorway. So this is 70 cotton, 30 linen, and you get 123 yards and 50 grams, and it's a DK weight. So I got a lot accomplished on this one since the last time I showed you guys. So I was here, so I got all of that done. And I'm almost to the part where I'm done increasing. And then I'll be working on the back. So I think what's going to happen is I can use a whole skein for the back. So that'll be good. And I have a half a skein in here. This one right here. It's a little skein. So I think I'll be able to use these two just for the back. And then I have one big skein, of course, for the decreases. So that is really cool. Oh, wow. It's really blowing out because it is a dark color. Oh, that's about right. Okay, and so I will undo my B. I'm kind of sad. SSK started yesterday, and if you don't know what that is the Super Summer Knit Together that is held by the Knit Girls every July, and I went to 3 of them, and they're a lot of fun. It's in Tennessee, so, but I just can't travel that far anymore. That is just a long flight. Long, and expensive flight. So, coming out of Alaska is always expensive. But anyway, That is the knitting for this week. Spinning. As you know, the Tour de France started on the 6th, and I showed you last week what I spun, and I have been spinning every day since. And that is like a record for me because I usually don't spin, and I love spinning, and I have no idea why I haven't been spinning. So I showed you one bobbin of the purple and gray that I finished. So here is the second one that I worked on last week. And so this is 4 ounces, and oh, it's over there. I'll show you guys next time. I'll tell you guys next time what it is when I ply it, because I'm going to start plying today. So then these have like 1.5 ounce. So this is the last of this colorway. So that'll be cool, and I'll do a 2-ply because I have, of course, the bobbin I showed you last time. And then this bobbin I worked on last week and this week, and this is 8 ounces of, oh, I should have grabbed that. I don't have that either. I'll have to grab that later. Sorry, guys. Sorry. But what I did with this, this is 8 ounces, so I'm going to chain ply this and make it into a 3-ply, making it like a big chain, like crochet chain, except spinning it, and that makes a 3-ply. What I did with this one is it had green, a rose pink, pink, and orange. So I tore it all apart and put all the green together, all the rose pink, the pink, and the orange together, so that it'll be like a gradient. And it's going to be so much fun to ply and knit up. And I should get quite a bit because it is thin. I should get a lot of yards and can make a shawl out of it. And that's my plan. That's my plan, is a shawl. So the next couple of days will be plying, because plying seems to take almost as long as spinning. So I will start the plying tonight, and I like to finish, once I start plying, I like to finish that set of bobbins. So we'll see how that goes. See, if it's late tonight, then it'll be the little bobbins. If it's early tonight, after I finish some homework, it'll be the bigger bobbins. So yeah, I am so excited. So excited to get that done. Plans. So the plans are to do, of course, the homework. The homework consisted of the things that, oh shoot, what is her name? I don't remember. This is bad. My mind is just not with me today. Well, the new teacher, that's such a mean person. She came in today, and you're supposed to stitch on things she likes. So she likes pink, tea, kittens, rules, and strict. So pink, I've done the pink homework, which is Pretty Little Hawaii and the pink whales. Then it's also to pick a designer that is in the word strict. So I picked Satsuma Street, Pretty Little Hawaii. So that worked for 2 of the homeworks. The R for rules is going to be the design that starts with one of the letters out of rules. And I picked the Romantic Rose Garden mandala by Chatelaine. I have Silver Moon tea that I'm going to bring back out. Remember, I had put this on the whip or the UFO pile. I'm going to bring her out because Silver Moon tea. I needed something with tea. And then I needed something with a kitty, so that is the Halloween kitty, and I'll do that. So I got my homework all scheduled out for the rest of the time, and I finished 2 of the 5. I'm also going to be stitching on Lady of the Flag, which is what I'm going to do, like I said, after I am done with this. So sorry about not knowing the teacher's name, and I think I got everything else okay, because sometimes the mind doesn't work. But next week there's not going to be a whole lot of stitching because I have been very busy. Like I said, there was no stitching on Monday, and I have to admit there was no stitching on Wednesday as well, because I went to knit last night and I spun. And so, yeah, because I do want to keep up on the spinning. I think that's keep me going because I have a wheel coming in. Shh, don't tell my husband. He bought it for me for my birthday. And I told him about it. He just doesn't know what it was. And it wasn't expensive or anything, so it'll be okay. But other than that, that's all I have to tell you guys. That's it. That's pretty good. So 20 minutes. Whew, it's a lot longer than what I thought it was going to be. I can't wait to show you this room because I am so jazzed about it. I'm so jazzed. But other than that, I think that's it. So I hope that you guys have a great week. And I want to thank you if this is your first time coming in to view me. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back week after week. And I also like to thank everybody who leaves a comment. It really means a lot to me that you make these comments. And I do try to answer them, or at least try to say thank you. So thank you all. I appreciate it. And I miss you, Bev. I'll talk to you guys soon. So whatever you craft, I hope you crafted to your heart's content. I'll see you guys later. Bye, Janine.